I'm Ling, a married woman and also a successful office worker. Therefore, I'm always busy and it's very difficult to balance between work and family. And that's how everything started. My husband doesn't understand me well. He is always complaining about my jobs, how I usually miss his phone calls. I'm really tired of being criticized every day. I wish he could understand that my job is my passion since I was a young girl. But right now, it is too hard to explain things to him properly.
It's okay. Just calm down. I'll tell you how I met your grandmother. I have to say, your grandmother was the most beautiful, hardworking, and caring woman I have ever met. She was my world, and I cannot imagine a day without her. She was just perfect for a man like me back then. Your grandma was a typical Eastern Asian woman. In that time, Vietnamese women were prohibited from going to school. Therefore, their main duty was to stay home and take care of the whole family. Women played an important role in the society at that time. They were the ones that were responsible for the family living condition. They were a symbol of heartfulness, compassion, and love of women. They sacrificed their whole adolescence for their families. As a result, the image of Vietnamese women frequently appeared in many great poems and novels as a tribute to them.
When our country were under invasions, all men were sent to the battlefield while women played a supporting and backup role. They stayed home and looked after the elderly and children. Had it not been for the charming, hardworking women, Vietnam could have never successfully regained independence. In the north of Vietnam, women were the ones who protected the backline and supplied resources to the battlefield. When America were consciously combating the northern Vietnam, thousands of women joined the offensive positions. They fought violently, aggressively, with such great strength, energy, and never gave up. As a result, they contributed to our successful defense against the American Empire, which was an enormous stone to the whole world. Eventually, the victory on April 30 in 1975 had a considerable effort and sacrifice from the Vietnamese women. No one imagined a small, undeveloped country could make a persuasive victory against the most powerful nation at that time.
Nowadays, some women have catch up with men in their standard of working, but many of them still very good at the roles as the owner of the kitchens. Furthermore, husband and wife are sharing assisting each other with their housework. It's no longer the duty of only women. However, women still need to be the one in charge of the kitchen, and they all say, "Men build the house, women make it home."
And that's the story of how I met your grandmother. And from my opinion, I think that you and your husband should always assist each other in your life, in your work, in your family, but you should always be the one that in charge of the happiness of your home.
After having a great conversation with Grandma, I realized that women are and will always be the soul of a happy home. After all this time, this is always the destiny of women. The husband should assist his wife with the housework, but women can never abolish that duty. I hope that a woman will be able to balance their life perfectly.